So my first walk vlog, like a really decent one. You know, so I usually cut my own hair. There's an occasion here and there where, you go and get a professionally cut, or whatever. But so Operation Haircut, back when it happened, all this, I know they were handing out tickets, the Super Troopers, the boys in blue, because they got these shiny objects that give them extra authority, like qualified immunity. Well, how to dwindle it down, what I'd like to see is a raise of hands as to how many people would rather get rid of qualified immunity and to weed out the ones, obviously would weed out a bunch of issue, but the only ones that would want to keep qualified immunity would have a guilt. But now with that being the case, so all those super troopers that wrote those tickets during Operation Haircut, I'm wondering if they're going to go hand their badges and resign. I know under a Gretchen administration that probably won't happen because, pussy power, don't you know? It goes a long way. She has a vagina, let her talk. But your mask orders and everything else was a sit down, shut up, and quit speaking. That's what that was with the mask orders. So, yeah, that also being the case, I'd like to see Granholm go back to Canada, reintroduce legislation there that says Canada no longer supports the MAID program via humane euthanization. Why am I saying this? So roughly 3-4 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, I was up visiting the Thumb area. I was put in a relatively not a decent mood, and it wasn't anything personal. However, young man over in Kingston, and this relates to it because obviously, Canada's been surgically trying to take Michigan, which is an obvious given. But so anyway, young man over in Kingston, 23, I think he was, has a daughter, shoots himself right in the parking lot, kills himself. Thanks to MAID. What about a trickle effect? Another person I got to hear about while I was enjoying my vacation. Young man right outside of Bay City, sitting in his mother's car, sitting in his mother's vehicle, slices his throat, and because he wasn't bleeding out quick enough, decided to take a pistol and put it up against his forehead. So, now that that's on the table, I'm still waiting for either Big Gretch to backtrack on all these meters and go and give her DTE money back to DTE. We'll have Granholm go back to Canada and do what she ought to go do. However, she won't.